Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about release branching strategy. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here we have a GitHub repository that is a devopszerotohero day 8. Here I will be update the documentation as well later sometime. So first we already discussed about release branch, what is the branching strategy and what is the future branching strategy, right? Earlier. Now what we are going to do, we are going to discussing about release branching strategy. So similar to feature branching strategy only small difference. I will show you, I will explain now so that you will get some idea. On the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better to explain in interview level, easiest way. Clear, right? Fine. First of all, in release branching strategy or feature branching strategy, we'll be create one repository. Example, if you take example, this is our micro API. This is one of the microservice. Example, I'm telling, we have created, currently we can see that main branch. Okay, main or master branch, guys. So this is the latest code, guys. When they are implementing, when they are planning to do any new implementation, right, new features, right, new functionalities, what they will do, right, they will be create the branch from this particular main or master branch, because this is the latest code and it is deployed in the production. Understand, right? When you create any repository, it will be in the either main or master branch. Where earlier we were having that master branch. Currently, when we create any new repository in the GitHub or GitLab Bitbucket, the default branch is main branch only. In case if you want to be change branch as well, we can do that. Clear, right? This part is clear. This particular main or master branch, it contains the latest data. Now what they will do, right? We will be create the development branch. Okay. Development branch, development. Okay, development branch from main or master branch. Okay. We will be create, remember guys, similar in feature branching strategy, I said, right? We'll be having that main or master branch. From there, we'll be create the developer development branch from the specific main or master branch. From here, what we will do in the release branching strategy, example, you are going to be release one of the version in 2026, third month. Then how will we create? We'll be create the release dot 2026 year dot third month dot example. This particular March means third month, right? This particular third month, if you have a first release, will be create like this. Remember guys, in release branching strategy, will be create release dot 2026 dot 03 dot 1. Understand, right? This will be create like this. Okay, super. Now we have created this one from which branch we are creating? From development branch will be create this particular release. Again, I'm repeating. Example, in 2026 third month, we have a first release. So then what we'll do, right? Developer, they will be create the specific branch name like this, release dot. So 2026 dot year, month, 03 dot first release from the specific development branch. Why we have created from development branch? The reason, in main branch and development branch having the latest code. That's why we have created from development branch to the specific release branch. Understand, right? Remember one more thing, guys. You have to remember, in real time, sometimes they will be maintain the development branch. This is the latest code, and also we'll be having the master as well. Depends on project to project, they will be follow. Sometimes, right, they don't have any development branch. They will be having only main or master branch. From here, they will be create the separate. They will be create the separate release branch. Understand, right? But best practice is, we'll be having the master branch, and also we'll be having the development branch from that particular master. From there, we'll be create the release, that is 2026.03.1. In case if we have two releases in the same same month, same year. Example, in this particular 2026 third month, we'll be having that another release. What we will do, right? We'll be create release dot 2026.03.2. 2 means second release in this particular third month, March month. We'll be having that this one. This one also will be created from development branch only. Okay. Now they have created the branch. Okay, fine. Developer, they have created the branch. Now what they will do? They will clone this particular repository. They will be clone this particular repository, or they will be fork that particular repository, and then they will be work on it. Example, one developer Okay, working on this particular release branch. Okay, they are doing some changes. Example I can tell you, I can show you developer. Okay, I can show you example. Here we have a Tech World with Murali website. Example, I'm telling guys, this particular Tech World with Murali, we wanted to add the quiz related one. Okay, quiz is a new feature. Then what they will do, right? The particular quiz feature they are planning to implement, they are planning to deploy in production. The particular one, 2026 March. Then what they will do? Developer, they will be create the branch, specific branch, and then they will be work on the particular code. Understand it? One or depends on project to project. They'll be work on the specific engineer, the particular developer. They will be work on this particular repository. Okay. Once they're done, they will be tested in local. If everything's fine, what they will do? They will be push the particular code from local to this particular branch, guys. Once they written the code, they have tested in their local. If it is working as we expected, then what they will do, whatever data we have in their local, they'll be pushed from, okay, push from local to the specific release branch. Understand, right? Once they push to this particular branch, what they will do, okay, what they will do, they will be deploy this particular release branch. Example, this is the release branch. They will be deploying dev environment, okay, and also dev environment, and also they will be deploying QA. Example, they will be deploying test if they have, they will be deploying UAT. They will deploy in the pre-prod as well. Example, some of the organization, they may have pre-prod as well. Understand, right? What I'm saying, this particular release branch, they will be deploying all the lower environments. If everything's fine, then what they will do, they will be deploy same branch. They will be deploy same branch in production as well. Okay, prod is nothing but production as well. Again, I'm repeating, guys. Once they tested in their local, if everything's working fine, they will be pushed to GitHub. Okay, this particular branch. Then what they will do? They will be build the code. They will be build the code, and then they will be generate. Example, if it is a microservice, right? As I said, it is a microservice. They will be generate the Docker file. They will be generate the Docker image. They will be pushed to either Docker Hub or AWS ECR. Okay. Once they're done, they will be deploying the example. They will be deploying the EKS. Example, this particular dev environment, inside the dev environment, they will be deploy this particular release version. Understand, right? Understand, right? Once they will test it in the dev, then they will be deploying the QA. Once they will done, they will be deploying the test. If they have test one, if they have UAT, if they have pre-prod, they will be deploying all the lower environments. Here you have to remember, depends on project to project. They will be having the different environments. Usually, most of the organization, they will be having dev, QA, UAT, pre-prod, and prod. Sometimes some of the organization, they may have test, they may have stage as well. Depends on that project to project, guys. Understand, right? Fine. Once they deploy everything, it is working as we expected in the lower environment, working as we expected. Then what they will do, they will be deploy this particular release in the production as well. Okay. They will be deploy same release in the production as well. Okay. They will be deploy this particular in the production ENV, production environment as well. Understand, right? Same release, they will be deploying in the production. Okay. If everything's fine, then what they will do, or they will be monitor couple of days, and then they will be merge this particular specific branch to branch to either master or main or development branch. Understand, right? Development branch. Again, I'm repeating, once they deployed in this particular release in the production, they will be monitor couple of days. Once everything is working as we expected, later sometime they will be merge this particular whatever branch to either in the master or main or development branch. Depends on project to project, they will be do. Usually, right? Most of the organization, they will be having the development branch. This particular development branch is the latest code. Then what they will do, once they deploy in the production, this particular branch will be merged to this particular development branch. Understand, right? Understand, right? This is the major process of release branching strategy. Here you have to remember one thing. In case after deploy this particular release in the production, we got some issue, we need to fix it. It is related to developer. Then what they will do, they will be create the hotfix branch. They will be create the hotfix branch. How hotfix branch will be? They will be create the hotfix branch. Example, they have deployed this particular release, right? They will be take this particular release -, okay, hotfix. From which branch they will be create? From this particular release branch only. From this particular release branch, they will be create the, again I'm repeating guys, create a branch from this particular release branch. Understand, right? Understand it? Again, I'm repeating, because why they are creating this particular release branch to this hotfix, right? The reason, this is the release branch we have deployed in the production, right? That's why this is the up to date currently. So from here, they will be create the hotfix branch. How will be create the particular release branch name -hotfix? It means you can easy to identify, okay, this is a hotfix branch related to specific release. Understand, right? Now what they will do, this particular release branch, they will be, developer will be working on it, whatever changes they require, they will be do that, and then they will be deploying the lower environment, and then they will be tested. If everything's working as we expected, this particular hotfix branch will be deploying the prod as well. Understand, right? They will be deploy this particular hotfix branch in the prod. Again, they will be monitor a couple of days, and then they will be merged to either main branch or development branch. Clear, right? Clear, right? Any questions? And here you have to remember, sometimes what will happen, we got the issue, okay, fine, but it may take time to resolve the issue. It may take 2 to 3 days time to resolve the issue. Then what we will do, right? We will be roll back to existing version. They will be roll back to existing version. Example, today 9 o'clock I have deployed the application. Okay. Now after 10 o'clock we saw that there was some issue. Okay. Now what we'll do? We'll be check the logs. If we will be check the logs, we'll be identify what exactly issue, whether it is a DB issue, whether it is code issue. If it is a code issue, right, developer have a look that particular one, whether they can able to fix it immediately or it will take time. If it is immediately 1 or 2 hours, right, what we will do, developers will be work with their directors or managers to get the approval to fix this particular issue. If in case if it is taking 1 or 2 days or 3 days, right, what will happen? They will be roll back to previous version. We will get the approval from our manager, developer manager or director. They will be get that approval. Then they will be rolled back to previous version. And meanwhile, the developer will work on that. And then once they fixed it, they will be tested in the lower environment. And if everything's fine, and then they will be get the approval from their directors or managers. And then they will be deploying the production. For production, we'll be having the specific time. There will be deployed. Understand, right? Any questions? During that time, we'll be deploy the particular application. Any questions here? Any questions? So this is the process of release branching strategy. Again, I'm repeating, from development branch, we'll be create the release branch. Really, how we'll be create the release branch? Example, 2026 March, first release you wanted to do. Then what we'll do? Release dot year. What is the year? 2026 dot month. Which month? 03 month dot first one is first release. We'll be create this particular release branch from either master branch or development branch or main branch, whatever. Okay. Now what we'll do? Developer will clone the repository. Okay. And then they'll be clone the repository directly the specific release branch, or sometimes what they will do, right? They'll be fork the repository. Then what will happen when they fork the repository? The particular repository is available in their user. Okay, under their user, it will be fork the repository, and then they will be clone the repository, and they will be write the code. Example, as I said, it is a quiz related one. They will be write the code, and they will be tested in their local. If it is working as we expected, then they will be pushed to GitHub repository, the specific branch. And then once they release a specific branch, then what we'll do, what they will do, they'll be build the code. They will be build the code. Example, it is a microservice application. As I said, they will be generate the Docker image. They will be pushed to either Docker Hub or AWS ECR, and then they will be deploy the particular Docker image in the Kubernetes in the dev environment. Example, guys. Okay. Once they deployed in the dev environment, okay, they will be tested. Once everything's fine, they will be deploying the QA. In the QA also, everything's fine. They will be deploying the test. If everything's fine, stage, everything's fine, UAT, then pre-prod. If everything's fine, then what they will do, they'll be deploying the production. We need to get the approval. We'll be do the specific time. We'll be having that window. Example, 3 hours, 4 hours a window. Okay. During that time, we'll be deployed. It is not like immediately any day we won't be deployed. We'll be having the specific day. We'll we deploy the particular application in production. Okay. Then before going to deploy in the production, we'll be send a notification to customers. Hey, every week we'll be having that normal deployments. They will be informed to them so that they will be aware of, okay, during this time they are deploying. That's why our application is not accessible. Understand, right? Clear? Any questions? Okay, this is the one of the thing. Now, once everything's fine, they will be merged to again back to development. In case if any issue occur, they will be create the hotfix branch, the particular release branch, and then they will be write the code. If they will be modify they will be fix the particular code, and again they will be deploying the dev QA UAT pre-prod, and then we will be deploying. They will be deploying the production. Here you have to remember one thing. As a DevOps engineer, we won't be involved anything here. It means the release branching, how they will be follow everything. We won't be worry on that one. I mean to say like release branching, branch creation, everything. Everything's taken care by developer only. Only our responsibility is when they are deploying, if some issues happen in terms of build failure, in terms of deployment is failed, then what you have to do, we need to help them. But here you have to remember, as a DevOps engineer, example, if you are writing any Terraform script, if you have, we'll be having that Terraform repository, right? In the real time, if you want to write any new Terraform script, you don't require to create release dot something. You don't require. Just we can give that. We will be create that from master branch, because master branch is the latest one. From there, we will be create the specific branch and we'll be work on that particular one. We will be merge it. But when it comes to the application specific, we'll be follow either release branching strategy or feature branching strategy. And here, what I will suggest, when you are explaining the interview well, I will highly recommend it to choose the release branching strategy. The reason, release branching strategy you can explain easily compared to feature branching strategy. If you feel like, okay, feature branching strategy also I'm more comfortable, yes, go ahead and explain in both feature branching strategy and release branching strategy. You can choose any one and you can explain them. Here you have to remember 99% they will be follow either any one, either feature branching strategy or release branching strategy. That is totally depends on project to project. You can choose which one you wanted to explain if they ask in interview level. And one more thing, remember guys, one of the most important question in interview level, hey Murli, which branching strategy you guys are following in your organization? You have to tell either feature branching strategy or release branching strategy. Okay, you have to tell. If you say like I'm not aware, they can easy to know, okay, this person is not working the real time. The reason in real time we always follow either release branching strategy or feature branching strategy. Any one of the branching strategy will be follow. So be careful, please try to understand the entire topic, both release and feature branching strategy. Try to understand, and if they ask in interview level, try to explain properly. Okay, understand, right? Any questions now? Now you understood, right? And coming here as well, same. From here, development branch, example, developer development branch. From here will be create the repository. Example, as I said, here you can go here. They will be created, because remember one more thing. This particular repository level, it is developer repositories. They will be having that. Most of the developer, they will be having the admin level privileges. So we don't require worry on that. Sometimes we'll be give only the either team lead or managers only will be give the admin privileges. Okay. When it comes to the creation of repositories, some of the project, what they will do, right? They will be raise the ticket to create the repository in the GitHub. Sometimes what will happen, right? Some of the organizations, their managers or team lead having the admin privileges, they will be create a repository for them. Understand, right? Clear, right? Now here you can see that example I'm telling, release.2026.03.1. Okay, now what I'm doing here, from develop or development branch, I'm creating the release branch. Now you can create this particular branch. Now it is created. Now from what they will do, they will be clone the repository or they will be fork this particular repository. Okay, they will be fork this particular repository. Currently it is disabled. The reason, this particular repository, our repository under my username instead of organization. Usually in the real time, we'll be having that particular repositories under organization only, not the private your user. Understand, right? That's why it is showcasing that you can't fork, because you own this repository or not member of or any organization. Clear, right? Any question? Now they will be clone the repository, they will be work on it, they will be do the modification, they will be deploying the dev QA UAT pre-prod, and then if everything's fine, they will be merged to either master branch or development branch. Especially development branch is the latest code. Okay, clear? Any questions now? If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. And also we have a Tech World with Murali website. In this website, I already published all the DevOps related courses, DevOps, AWS, Kubernetes, Terraform, logging and monitoring, AWS networking, DevOps hands-on project. Here we have a 1 month, 6 months, 1 year plans available. If you want, you can enroll here. Still, if you have any question, feel free to comment. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.